So, uh, hi. Today we will talk about code of ethics and rules of conduct in Oriflame. So, for any business, there should be a set of rules which we have to follow. And there are some protocols, some rules where a company will give to us to be, uh, systematic, to be in a systematic way. So, this is about code of ethics and rule of conduct. So, you may ask why rules? As I said before, rules are imposed because we have to be in a systematic way. We should not violate uh, any of the rules, any of the uh, ethics, and all. So we need rules to establish his rights. What are whatever your small rights, whatever the ethics which we say, and about duties and responsibilities. We have some duties and responsible towards our company. So to uh, do our duties and to do our to be responsibility, we need rules, and we ensure level playing field and equal opportunity. So there should be equal opportunity for everybody, and this is to ensure that everybody gets their equal opportunity and preserve oriflame income opportunity. About success plan, there will be some rules of course in success plan as well, and to build the business ethically. Without ethics there is no entrepreneurship, there is no business. So ethics is very important in every sort of business. So, what are the objective about business partners, mutual responsibility, and spreading awareness that every company have their own code of ethics. So frequent violations like poaching, that you are taking partners from other network, you shouldn't be doing this, and double joining. If you have joined in one network and again you want to join in other network, this is also the violations. This is also not to be done. And relative joining. Your relative has been joined in other relatives spouse joining, that like you have joined in one network, your relative has joined in another network, and your spouse have joined some other network. This is not be done here. And competition joining. You're in a particular company and again you go to some other company and you do all uh, taking this company's information to there, and you're not supposed to do that. Retailing and e-commerce in social media, putting extra uh, you know that you have this offers, that offers, without the knowledge of company. You're not supposed to put in any e-commerce or retailing or any like Meesho, in all sort of apps. You're not supposed to uh, put uh, any ads or anything, any information about the company. So SPO rules violation, digital guidelines violation, and negations. These are the things which these are the things which we are not supposed to do. So poaching. An Oriflame consultant shall not steal an applicant from other Oriflame consultants in any circumstances whatsoever. You are not supposed to steal any other brand partner or consultant from any other networks. That is all about poaching. So consultant shall not engage or employ any person who is a consultant in any other group or any other than group of the former. So you're not going to make them person to join you, whether if they are in other group or before they were. So double joining. Double joining, an Oriflame must not re-register under a different line of sponsorship in his or her name or in someone else's name unless previously terminated due to 24 months of inactivity. If you are inactive, your ID automatically terminates itself by 24 months. If you're inactive for 24 months, in 25 months, your ID automatically gets terminated. So you're not supposed to join from double networks, like you're in one network and you're going to join to another network, or you join in some others someone else name. So you're not supposed to do that either. And relative joining, as I said before, an immediate family, son, daughter, mother, father, brother, sister, and in-laws of an existing consultant cannot join Oriflame in a different network. Your sister is in one network, your brother is one network, your husband is in your in other network. That is not gonna be well. So nobody should everybody should be in a same network. So spouse joining, an Oriflame consultant spouse can become an Oriflame consultant provided both spouses are sponsored jointly under the same membership. Both will get the same ID. Both husband and wife will work together in single ID and password. And competition joining. No senior manager, if you are a senior manager and above, should not join any other direct selling company while in membership with Oriflame and use our network. No consultant can use Oriflame network for marketing and other direct selling company products. You're not going to share our company information to any other, and you're not supposed to join any other Oriflame network other than Oriflame. So here are some scenarios. Spouse of senior manager and above. If associated with another company, direct selling. If they are associated with the other company, direct selling company, their membership of such senior manager may be terminated and at company's discretion. If already associated with other direct selling company, if they are already in other company, such existing senior manager to be given 3 months cooling off period. They will give you 3 months to cooling off period. And during cooling off period, no visits to Oriflame events and etc. by the spouse. Uh, these are some of the rules they have imposed. So next is retailing. Retailing would include all activities but not limited to selling Oriflame products at the SPOs, malls, retail shops, e-commerce website, or offering excessive discounts. When you tell them that excess of discounts, which that discounts will not be in the company, given by the company, or bulk buying and then selling through unethical means. Selling that, telling wrong stories about the products is also a violation. So product selling and promotion through e-commerce. Consultant agreed to present and sell Oriflame products using direct to consumers methods, that you directly give to the customer, and not to sell in, demonstrate, or display Oriflame products in any other retail outlets of any nature, including any retail e-commerce website, whether in India or abroad. You're not supposed to show demonstration in retail shops and all, or you're not supposed to sell in websites. That is also the part of a policy violation. So in case of policy violations, strict actions would be taken, such as immediate suspension or even immediate termination. Your ID get terminates, or your ID gets suspended. So SPO rules of conduct. All codes of ethics apply on SPOs. Negation rules remain the same for all SPOs. SPO owners should take the entire ownership of activities happening at the respective SPOs, like their networks. No SPO owner should place orders from other consultants' account without their consent. No one should, uh, place their order in any other consultant and ID. And SPO should strictly discourage stalking. SPO should never be marketed as a retail shop. SPOs should follow the branding guidelines set for all operational SPOs. So digital guidelines, any ad posted online should not indicate itself as an Oriflame endorsed ad. It should not, you should not show them as Oriflame has endorsed this ad. You are recruiting for your network. Never post any defamatory, obscene, abusive, or offensive information. That any wrong misinformation should not be posted in any of your personal social media. So never reveal unannounced products, customer data, or any confidential information whatsoever. Don't Please don't reveal unannounced products that is not in the in the current offers or current going products in company, customer data, or any confidential information about your company or about your brand partners. That is totally offensive. Always use independent beauty before your title. Example, independent beauty director. Oriflame brand name not to be used for any political promotion or endorsement. Oriflame brand, you are just a brand partner to the Oriflame. Oriflame logo or emoji copyrighted, not to be used or published on website, blog. You're not supposed to take Oriflame's logo image to your website or blog. So Indian Direct Selling Guidelines 2016, Ministry of Consumer Affairs has issued the direct selling guidelines to curb the menace of money circulation scheme and to bring uniformity in regulation and control of direct selling industry in India. So direct selling guidelines objective to lay down roadmap for effective and uniform legislation to protect the interest of consumer from money circulation schemes, to curb unreasonable terms and conditions imposed from fraudulent direct selling companies, high purchase at the time of joining. This is here in India. People should not ask any sort of registration money here. To enable direct seller and consumer to differentiate between legal and genuine direct selling entity and illegal and fraudulent money circulation scheme, to bring certainty and definitional clarity in legislation for sustainable growth of direct selling industry in country, to provide impetus for development of entrepreneurship and to generate employment in India. So carry ID cards with government ID proof, provide receipt and bills for the customer if you're a seller. Use approved training and literature material, which should be very genuine. You can schedule your meeting, keep record of good traded, demonstrate products, correct prices, return policy, payment term, credit policy, and everything. So direct seller should not do. What all should not be done by a direct seller? Unfair recruitment, unfair trade practice, deceptive representation about benefits that that product hasn't claimed something and you're claiming that this will go, that will go. Those things should not be said. Those things should not be said. And unverified false promises, provide unapproved brochure, stalking, these are not supposed to do. Information support by direct seller on sale, enrollment details, product description, warranty return and replacement. We support on say enrollment details, product description we will get, warranty, return and replacement option is there, complete receipt you will get, and complaints redressal mechanism is also there. Consequences. Any violation to the code of ethics and rules of conduct policy may lead to suspension or termination of your membership ID. So not to penalize, but to protect the interest of consultants and the industry, direct selling is a long-term sustainable business that is honesty and ethics. Thank you.